I've met you before. That's nice. How are you doing?
Good.
That's good.
My name's Ricai Kelly, and I go to a Catholic school. Father Henry Card, and I'm an artist. And me and Father Mike, is gonna have a little chat about being how to be a priest. So we're gonna speak a little bit his life.
Thank you. My name is Father Mike Mutinda. Uh, I was born in Kenya. Kenya is located in the east side of Africa. Africa has 54 countries, and Kenya is one of the 54 countries, and that's where I was born. And I went there for my elementary school. That's Kenya. We use the British system, and that is kindergarten. That is 2 years. Then we go for grade 1 to grade 8. Then from there we go for grade 9, 10, 11, and 12. In Kenya, we don't call them grades 9, 10, 11, and 12. We call them Form 1 to Form 4. And that's the secondary school, which I would say that's the level now you are. And then on my years after that, I went to university. And while I was in university, I thought of this call of becoming a priest. And basically, I read a magazine which was written from Brazil. As you might know, Brazil is one of the Southern Latin American countries in South America. And this magazine was talking about the indigenous people in the north of Amazons in Brazil, who looked like they were very far distant people who are not with clothes, and that's culturally accepted in where they were living in. And the thought came to my mind of how are these people so different from me, and what happens with them, with their education, with their health, with their food, and with their living system. I would like to know and to go there and see what I can do or with them to improve in this life. And I think that was my first click to become a missionary and to get out of my country. And since when I joined the seminary, I joined the Consolata missionaries. Consolata simply means consolation, and they're going to console people, especially the sick, the poor, and those who have not known Jesus Christ. And that is basically what I wanted to do. And that's why I became a Consolata missionary. I left my country, I went to Brazil. I did my theological studies to be a priest, and then I was sent to come and work here in Canada. And by grace of God, that's where we met. I think we met before. Where were you in the father? Not
I was
uh,
with John Corrigan.
Monsignor John Corrigan. Yes, 2014. That's where we met, and then right now, and that's why we became friends.
Yep.
Okay. Uh, Another question you would like to ask me?
Um, why can priests got why they cannot get married? You don't have to answer the question or not. Okay.
Uh, Very good question. Why priests cannot get married? First of all, I would say historically, Jesus himself he was not married, and when he sent the apostles, in fact, some of the apostles they were married and they had to leave their wives to follow Jesus. And following that example of Jesus himself and the apostles, uh, we find it theologically and I would say practically possible for priests not getting married because it makes easy the missionary work of working. Let's take for example. Assume I had a wife and I had a children today, and the church tells me, Father Mike, we need you to go and work in Toronto. Then I have to move with my wife, with my children, with my immigration problems, difficulties. And then my children would have to move the school, will have to move the environment. My wife will have to come with me. And knowing that we as priests, we don't work to be paid economically, certainly. So it will not be so much possible to support our children and our wives. That would be a bit of headache as a priest to have wife, to have children. And being that we are very mobile in our work, it will be very hard for us to stick in one place. And then every time we are moving, we have to move with our wife, with our children. So I would say I prefer to be single. It facilitates the work, and also we give ourselves totally without dividing our love. Remember, vocation is love. To marry, you marry because of love. And you not like to be, you are sleeping and people are calling you, Father Mike, we need you in the hospital at night. And your wife, she needs you in the moment. Your children, they need you at home. It will not be really giving yourself totally to your family and to your children.
Okay, Father Mike, how I can become a priest?
Thank you very much. As you, in my best of my knowledge, I would not say whether I have known any priests artistic. I have not met one up to now. Uh, I don't think that would be just the only limitation, not for you to become a priest. But if you look very well, that our priestly life, it needs a lot of dependence, kind of. You need to drive yourself. You need to run to the hospital. You need to run to the schools. You need to run to the parish, and some of these jobs or work needs a lot of kind of dependent life that you might not need to depend on someone to drive you, to take you here, to take you there. So I would say, rather than really just wanting to become a priest, I would suggest you want to become a faithful Christian, a good Christian who helps in the community, who works more in the community. And that will not limit you of doing your Christian duties, not only to become a priest. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Father Mike, is there a autistic priest?
Okay, as I said, on the best of my knowledge, I've never met one. So I would not say whether there is or not. But with my little experience, I've not met an autistic priest. And I would not say whether they were allowed to be or not. And to tell you the truth, I would say it's my first experience to meet autistic persons in Canada, in Toronto, for the first 5 years I've been here. So I've never met them before, like in Brazil or in my country. So I would not say the best question whether there are autistic priests in the world. I will not respond to that exactly. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. So I would like to ask you two questions exactly. What do you think you would like to be, and how are you preparing yourself to be that dream you have in your life?
I I want to be an artist. It's been my dream and my destiny and my fate. I see all the artists is my part of my world. I feel so happy, and I feel they can be the goodest artists I they can be. It makes me proud and happy.
Another question I would ask you is now you being in the Father Henry Carr School and around so many other students, especially those who are not artistic, how do you feel in their company, in their environment, with their friendship? Do you feel accepted? Do you feel comfortable with them? Or how do you react with them?
I feel happy with them. I made some new. I There's a lot of artists. I made some friends, and it's really good to be. It's really good to be an artist, and it's very generous and happy. And I'll do anything to do a best artist I can be, to be let to be with with my family, so they can be proud of me.
That's very, very interesting, and how to say that's one of the most important things we need to do when we feel that others they are happy with you and you feel you are happy with them. And I think that's one of the most. I can ask you one challenging question. Would you think to leave Canada to go to other parts of the world?
Um, no, because I like to stay in Toronto. I need to be here because this is my home, my destiny. It's This is Toronto, and this is where I'm meant to be. It's where my art and my family comes. I need to be with them. And this all the artists needs to be with them too. I like to be with everyone I can be.
So the last question I would ask you, and when you are at home with your parents, with your brothers and sisters, what's your hobby? What do you like doing at home without anybody forcing you, pushing you? What do you like doing? Whether it's cooking, whether it's sleeping, whether it's watching television, whether it's writing, reading, so that we can encourage so many other young people who are watching you and would like to know what also interests autistic people to do at home.
Well, Father Mike, I do at home. I do. I do watch TV, but I draw the picture of it so I can be a better artist for my family and my grandmother. Besides, I need to get used to people, even they're from different countries or not. I have I have to know. I had to know to get used to people and be a better artist I can for my family. And I wish my family can be proud of me, who I am, of being an artist.
Okay, so thank you very much, and I wish you the best in your life, in your studies, and you have a very bright future, and I wish you go ahead on that, and to encourage many young people who are looking at you as an example, motivate them with your spirit. I like always your encouraging spirit to work, to study, to love the family, and to be in the church. That's the most important also. Okay? So until we see you again, thank you. God bless. Thank you. So before we conclude, I would like to encourage you always to keep motivated and keep strong. And as you know, this world, so many voices will tell you different things. And sometimes, as young people, we get discouraged. We feel weak, we lose hope. I want to tell you something, not to lose hope. Okay? I had two friends, and one of them was called a rat. Do you know rat? The small animals. And the other one was a rabbit. So rabbit wanted to go to buy some cookie, a vegetable cookie, in the shop of the rat. So rabbit goes to the shop of the rat and he asks the rat, "My friend rat, do you have a vegetable cookie?" So the rat says, "My friend rabbit, I don't sell vegetable cookies. The next time you come to my shop asking for a vegetable cookie, I'll nail your head with a nail and a hammer. Two things." So the rabbit said, "Okay, I go." So he ran away because of fear. So the following day, the rabbit was so hungry, but he needed to eat. And the only shop he knew is the shop of the rat. So he came back again. And he says to friend, "Rat, do you have a vegetable cookie?" So the rat looks at the rabbit and says, "You know what? I told you, next time you come here, I'll nail your head with a hammer and a nail." So he said, "Okay, this is the last time. I'm not coming back." The rabbit went away with his cookie. So he was angry for the third time and he came back again running and he asked the rat, "Do you have a vegetable cookie?" And the rat said, "I told you, I'll hammer your head with a nail." But now this time the rabbit was quit and he looks at the rat and he says, "Oh, my friend, I'm doing construction. By the way, do you have a nail in your shop?" The rat said, "No." "Do you have a hammer in your shop?" He says, "No." He said, "Okay, you are lying to me. So, do you have a vegetable cookie?" He said, "Oh, you see, that's how people they act in many times. They lie to you that they have a nail, they have a hammer in their workshop. Don't listen to the devil. The devil is a liar. Go for what you want it. Go for the vegetable cookies and so many other things. Don't be scared by rats, because rats, they are liars. Go for your stars, not your rats. And remember one thing. If you write the word rat, how do you spell rat? R-A-T-S. Rats. Rats. If you write the word rats, in the opposite side, it becomes stars. S-T-A-R. But only it's rats when it is reversed. So, don't reverse your life. Go for the stars. Go ahead. Keep going. Don't feel that you're autistic. You should be reversed in your education, in your behavior, in your way of respecting, in your way of going to church, in your way of acting. No, no, no. Don't reverse. Be the star, not the rat. Go ahead. Keep moving and be like the rabbit. If you need a cookie, know that the rats, they don't have the nails, they don't have the hammer. And in life, so long as you are motivated, you are always looking for what you want, and you put God first, you will always win in life. Okay? I wish you the best. Thank you very much, and God bless. Okay?
So, everyone, that's the story about Father Mike and me. I wish you a very, very good day. I hope you do well and listen to Father Mike's words and mine. Thank you.
Yes. Do you know that? Francis, Saint Francis?
Yeah.